Hello, YouTube. Happy April Fool's Day, and this is not an April Fool's trick. I am live in the US with an unboxing video of Masterpiece Megatron version 2.0. I have not looked inside the box before. This is all brand new. Haven't really looked in detail at a lot of review videos, so for the purposes of this video, I'm just going to go over the robot mode since I haven't had a chance to read the instructions and I don't want to break this thing. So yeah, I'm going to switch the camera back around and let's take a look at Masterpiece Megatron 2.0. All right, so coming around here, got to look at the front of the box. Right on the side, the label is MP 36. Shame they didn't number it 38 to go along with the Walter P38 gun design, but that's okay. And his name here is Destron Leader Megatron. In Japan, they don't call the Decepticons, they call them Destrons. Don't know why. The Autobots are called Cybertrons, and I mean they're from the planet Cybertron. The Decepticons are not from planet Destron, but there you go. Also interesting on the box is this label here says Long Life Design. I don't remember seeing any design labels like that on any other MP boxes, so I wonder if maybe Takara got some help from an outside company in doing some of the designer engineering work on this guy, because he is pretty involved and maybe more complex than anything we've seen in the Masterpiece line before. Going around to the side, just says Masterpiece Megatron again. Very plain. On the other side, same thing. On the top, just got a picture of him looking pretty fierce, holding his like an energon sword. I think that's what he used in the 1986 movie. On the bottom, we've got a shot of looks like all the accessories that are included with the figure. You have some extra gun parts, that beam sword, a key, maybe key to Vector Sigma. Got the mace from the first couple episodes of Transformers. Here you see there's a loose chain, and then this looks like a jointed chain that's able to hold a pose. Battle damaged chest, helmet from episode I don't remember, and a couple of different expressions, a card, and I guess instructions. I don't know. It's really tiny. Probably just easier to show you when I open the box. All right, on the back of the packaging here, another fierce pose of Megatron without the sword. Here, just looking at him straight on, shots with Optimus Prime, and showing him posed with different accessories. As you can see down here, he comes included with all the extra gun parts to make the mode. I think this was based on the TV show Man from U.N.C.L.E. So he's got this silencer, an additional scope, and this part to hold it onto your shoulder. I think it's called a shoulder sock. Not sure. Don't really know a lot of stuff about guns. And one thing I thought I'd do, I don't really see that a lot with reviews, is size comparisons of the packaging itself. And I thought it'd be worth it since this is a pretty huge box. So this is what he looks like next to like a basic Autobot car. So if you have a Masterpiece of any of those, get an idea of what that size is like on your shelf. Here he is along with Soundwave. It looks like the box might have, pretty much the same dimensions on every side. So if you have a Masterpiece Soundwave, and you want to put your Decepticons together. These two should look pretty good together. Let's see what else I have here. Here is the other Masterpiece gun, Shockwave, aka Laserwave. Box is about the same height, not exactly the same. Laserwave is just, seems like it's just a tiny bit, oh no, it's pretty much about the same height. Thickness, not quite as thick, and of course, nowhere near as wide. And see, finally for comparisons, I have the Big Daddy Optimus Prime MP10, so the other 2.0 figure, and you can see that the Optimus Prime box is about the same height and just a little bit wider. Looking at thickness, yeah, Convoy box is also a little bit thicker than Megatron. So there you go for size comparison. So let's put that one away. Keep Megatron in frame and open up the box to see what's inside. Just to save a little bit of time, I already cut open the tape on one side, but I haven't looked at anything inside yet. So I can slide that out, get rid of the box, and let's take a look at what we have inside. So it looks like we have a three levels of trays here to hold these different parts, and then a separate packet for his instructions. Just take a quick look at that first. Okay, I don't read Japanese very well, and I don't want to hold up time, but there is a card here. It says sample with a UPC code in here. So what I'm guessing this is, maybe if you cut off the barcode from the box and send it in, you might be able to get some kind of free gift. Here is the Megatron character card. Just artwork of both modes on the front, and on the back you have his stats. Quite a few 10s there. Some stats are lower. It's got a 4, an 8, and a couple 9s. Those are written in the more advanced Japanese characters, so I definitely would not be able to read those on camera. And then up here is his bio, and here is looks like Megatron's instruction booklet. It's color on the outside. The inside of the instructions looks like it's completely black and white, but I'll just flip through the pages. If you want, you could pause on any part to check that out. One thing that's cool to note, that I won't get into in this video because I'm not transforming him, is that the shoulder stock transforms into a figure stand. So that is a pretty neat feature. And a couple more pages. Going through the transformation, and yeah, that's the end of the instruction booklet. Now we are all experts on how to transform Masterpiece Megatron. Okay, let's go through these trays. Alright, so tray number 1 is just a top cover. Doesn't really hold anything, so that's going to go away. Alright, now let's separate trays. Oh, okay. Looks like the bottom tray is completely flush, so that's going to take a bit to get past the tape there. Let me see if I have some scissors. I'll be right back. Alright. Wasting no time, let's just cut through. Alright, so now we've got our 2 trays, the one to count. We've got the Megatron figure here, and his fusion cannon, and then the second part is all his extra accessories. And actually, this part is also a double tray. So let me lift that up so it's not all, view isn't all fogged up by this extra layer of plastic. Oh. And goodbye. Alright, and thankfully this second tray, yeah, that looks pretty good. So here you have his silencer, the shoulder stock, key, 3 extra faces. This one looks kind of distressed, and this one he's pretty battle damaged, I guess, for that scene in the movie. Battle damaged chest. Got his helmet and oh yeah, his mace. And you can see in here the loose chain is all balled up, and then here is a segmented chain. You can see here that it's not floppy at all, but you can bend it. It only bends along, I guess you could say, one axis. So you can curl it, but the whole thing lies in a plane. You can't bend it around sideways. Like as an example, like Transmetal Rat Trap's tail. So it's nice to have that extra option for posing, but unfortunate that it doesn't bend in 2 directions. Yeah, and I think that's it for the accessories. And oh, right, one more thing. Here is Megatron's gun that he that's the blaster from the movie. That final scene where he faces off with Hot Rod and kills Optimus Prime. And just for comparison, here is Masterpiece Shockwave's gun. So you can see they're about the same size, and it looks like the hand tabs might be the same. So it might be possible for Masterpiece Megatron to actually hold Shockwave in gun mode. So that's something we'll check out in a bit. So the accessories, I'll just put them to the side for now. And let's take a look at Megatron himself, pull him out of the packaging. So there he is, in his fusion cannon. I will put this out to the side, and looks like he's got a pretty thick rail on here, so even without reading the instructions, let me see if I can slide this on. Okay. Well, sliding it down from the top. Trying to see if that looks right compared to the box. And no, it goes down a little bit further. So. Ah, there we go. So it doesn't really take a lot of effort to put it on. Well, I guess it takes more to put it off, but you just line it up a little bit above the middle and slide it down the rest of the way. And yeah, here's Megatron from the front. Side view. So that the cannon only slides onto one side, and this part is a little bit leaner than on this side, so he's a bit asymmetrical there. If you lift up, oh well, I can go over some of the articulation while we're here. So the shoulders move in and out, lots of ratchets going on that way. Up and down at the shoulders, also a lot of ratchets. You can go around full 360 outwards. Got a 90. Oh, actually, once you have this little tab out of the way, he goes up and above and beyond 90. So he's got a fair amount of movement there. I did a little bit of a cheat where I guess his shoulder rotates out a little bit, but you can still get that pretty far up there. Let's see. He's got a bicep swivel. Right above the elbow, goes around a full 360, no problem. He's got a nice elbow bend here. Let's look at the angle. Oh, it looks pretty simple, but it actually goes up almost pretty close to a full 180 degrees there. And he has, you can see a little cut in here that keeps the look a little bit cleaner when the arm is straight, but allows the elbow to bend up pretty far. That's a nice improvement over the elbow on MP10 Optimus. Let's see. So you can bend it up there. Got the bicep swivel down to his wrist. Looks like from a transformation joint, you can go in and out a little bit. Also has wrist rotation. And when you open up his fingers, this is actually a bit more than the other Masterpiece figures. The index finger does move independently of the other four. And there is not just a joint where the fingers meet the hand, but also another knuckle joint that allows the fingers to straighten out. So, once you open his hand, it's not stuck in a curl position, but it can actually open up like this. And especially for the index finger, you can get some good pointing poses out of that. It's over prime. All right, moving over to looking at the side. You can see the line details from the gun mode. Continuing on with its articulation. Let's see. His legs move forward. Looks like they do a full 90, and you have paneling at his waist that moves out of the way to allow that to come up nicely. And plenty of ratcheting detents all along there. Also at the hips, you can move out to the side. Now this sideways movement, I just want to note there's no ratcheting, there's no detents there, so this is a smooth movement. But let's see, it looks like let me see if you can do the not quite a full split. So he's not quite a Jean-Claude Van Damme, but he's got some pretty far movement out there. At the knees, can bend that down, and looks like, I'm trying to tell if there's a double joint in the knee. looks like a single joint in the knee, but it cuts pretty deep. He gets his lower leg up pretty far, so if you want him to do some kind of a running knee, like some Thai martial arts or something, it's got a nice deep bend there. Going down, checking out his feet. Ooh, it's cold. So feet are a nice die-cast metal. Kind of matches the feel of a shockwave. And so ratcheting toes going up and down. And does he have, yes, it takes a little bit of effort to move. It's kind of tight. But the toes, or the ankles, do move, rotate sideways. So you can splay his legs out for a nice A stance. Going around to his, yeah, that's pretty ugly. I've seen photos online, and yeah, in hand, it's still pretty ugly. I don't know what else to say about that. I mean, they did work a lot of magic into his transformation. I guess something had to give somewhere. I mean, I don't know if it would have been helpful to have like another panel to fold over that, but I guess that would add bulk to the figure. I mean, he looks beautiful from pretty much every other angle. So to have that one little part in the back, not really a big deal. Let's see what else I can do. Just I was putting him down. He has a very nice bend at the, I guess you call that pose an ab crunch. So it's got a pretty deep bend there. So I guess if you take that, fold these up, rotate his legs upwards. All right. Stretch out his hands. And look at that. He can reach his own toes. So Megatron, if he was in grade school or middle school, he would get a pretty good score on the presidential physical fitness test, at least when it comes to flexibility. So there you go. That's pretty nice. Seeing how he looks with some of his accessories, I'll just pull those out. Okay, so let's take a look at how all things fit in his hand. So here he's got his beam sword. He's got a deep I guess slot in his hand that goes from the middle of his hand all the way down, and this tab only goes down part way. So it's very easy to slide that in there and lock that into place. So it's a sword. The mace, I think. So unlike Optimus, I'm trying to remember if it was MP1 or MP10, you would just like slide it over the hand. But this looks like you have to put the hand away. It doesn't just grip on. Do I want to mess with that right now? Nah, I'm just going to leave that alone. If I come back and do a transformation and gun mode video later on, then I'll come back and check that out. So I'm just going to put that aside for right now. The key. This is also die cast. Got a very good heft to it. Let me see if I can just drop it lightly. So it's a pretty heavy sound. There's nothing specifically on here for him to grip it. There's no hand tab, but thanks to those that extra knuckle joint in his hand, he holds onto it very nicely. Let's see what else he's got. He's got a helmet, and yeah, that was easy. All right, battle damage chest. Trying to see how it looks like this fits on. Looks like there's a some kind of rail in the middle of the chest, so probably just slide it up like this. Ah, there we go. And then something moved and rotated. But let's see if I can get that other part back down on it. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I never went over his articulation on his neck. So it's got a ball joint, so pretty expressive, can bend back pretty far, can bend up, and then also there's another joint that rotates up and down, so even after you got his head all the way forward at the ball joint, you can pull his head up a little bit and get him to look down just a little bit further. I like that his head can come back a little bit, especially because he's a flyer, so he can kind of look up when he's flying away in defeat. For the faces, let me see if I can tell how those slide on. Okay, it looks like it just drops down on a peg. So let me try and push this up. Do a face swap. And here you can see some extra detail in his underneath. Kind of like how Optimus Prime had that scary look underneath his faceplate. But I think this is the detail that was showing in the 1986 movie when his body was being scanned as he was being reformatted into Galvatron. So that's a cool detail. Since we've got the battle damage chest here, why don't I switch over to the battle damage face. And yeah, there we go. While we're here, I'm just gonna jump over to my computer, take a quick look, and see if I have any comments in the chat to respond to. All right. Nothing in the chat. Only 2 people watching right now. That's okay. I don't know. Slide this up, bring them more into frame. How about we do some size comparisons? Okay. So this is Masterpiece Megatron. So I think what everybody wants to see is Megatron next to Optimus. So here we go. Megatron next to Optimus Primal doing the dab. I apologize, my MP10 is in storage. I don't know where he is, but if you're curious to see how Megatron looks next to your Masterpiece Beast Wars collection, there you go. He is bigger than a gorilla, so he's out of scale, just like everything else in Transformers. What else we got here? Here is Megatron with the brain of courage. That's the innermost part of Victory Saber. They have, as far as I know, never appeared together. So if you want to see how that looks like on your fantasy Masterpiece shelf, then there you go. He is able to hold the brain of courage. What else can we compare him to? Yeah, from Transformers the movie. Yeah, sorry, I don't have Optimus, but here he is next to Masterpiece Hot Rod. And I think just before he shot Optimus, Megatron like had him in some kind of grip, and he looked kind of tiny compared to him. So yeah, there's that. Megatron can wrap his arms around Hot Rod, either in some kind of terrifying hostage holding kind of situation, or if you want to call it a tender embrace. I don't know. That's up to you. But there he is. And last but not least for the size comparisons for today, here he is next to Laserwave. I just thought that kind of size comparison would be logical. So Megatron looks like he is a little bit bigger. Well, I've got his head down here, so pull that up a little bit. And oh, excuse me. But yeah, but it looks like they would go well together. And oh right, while we're doing the Shockwave Laserwave comparison, let's check out that gun mode. It doesn't look like, no, it is not designed, the tab to fit that accessory, but you can squeeze that into his hand, and he holds it pretty well. So usually it's other Decepticons holding Megatron in gun mode, but here's a case where you can have the opposite situation. So there you go. That's my unboxing and first impressions of Masterpiece Megatron in robot mode. When I have a chance, I'll go over the instructions. Maybe I'll put together a video of the transformation, go over the gun mode, and get around to the electronics. I do have batteries for him. I gotta pull him out of Shockwave Laserwave here with his fun glowy purple lights, and then put him over into Megatron, and we'll get some lights, and we'll have him yell at you in Japanese. So thank you so much, and this is Rick rolling out.